break-even point, and then we have to do a application of break-even point. That means uses of break-even point, where all we can use that, and then the margin of safety. That's the last topic we have. So that's why we taken one more extra class for you. Yeah. So shall we straight away go to the problems? And after that, if we get any time, we will discuss any doubts or anything you want to ask. Okay, students. So previous class, where we stopped, which question number? Which question we have done last class? Anyone?
Sir, fifth one, I think.
Fifth is over now. Sixth is also over, right? We have done sixth also, I remember.
Yes, sir. 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, 7,
We
8,
need to
9,
do.
10 we have to do. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So someone quickly read question number 7 for all of us. Rima, please read.
Yes, sir. The following data is given: fixed cost rupees 12,000 total, selling price rupees 12 per unit, variable cost rupees 9 per unit. A. What will be the profit when sales are 60,000, 1 lakh? What will be the amount of sales if it decide to earn a profit 6,000 and 15,000?
Okay. So this is the application of our break-even point. Okay, that is what break-even analysis. So last class we were discussing. Let me just go through that, and then we will come back to the question. So you will have an idea about that. So break-even point is a very wonderful technique, okay, which is used for taking a lot of decisions. So this is one of the example of that is the problem number 7, what we are going to discuss now. Okay, so last class we discussed break-even point and the contribution, then we discussed the profit volume ratio. So today we will discuss the break-even point. So how to calculate break-even point? So you all know break-even point means what? What is break-even point?
No profit, no loss.
Yeah, that is a particular point or a position where the company is not earning any profit, neither any loss. Okay, so how to calculate that particular break-even point? There are two ways. One is you can use formula and calculate. Other one is graphically. So graphically is not there for your syllabus. So break-even point, how to calculate using numericals? In units, if you want to calculate, it means how many units you have to sell or how many units they need to sell, or the revenue they have to earn, so that they'll have break even. So the formula is total fixed cost. FC here it means total fixed cost. Total fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. So please remember it is contribution per unit, not total contribution. And then BP in rupees, the formula is it is also same. Only thing you have to multiply that formula into sales. Okay, that is total fixed cost divided by contribution into sales. And then BP in rupees, if you want to calculate, the formula is one more formula you can calculate using PV ratio, that is total fixed cost divided by PV ratio. You understand, students? The formula is very, very simple, but many times when you go for interviews, they will ask you, many students do mistakes. Okay, they do mistake in the PV ratio and break-even point. PV ratio is contribution divided by sales. Okay, and break-even point is total fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. Did you get it, students? Yes or no? Yeah. So what are the additional calculation can I do using this break-even point technique? So one is you can calculate profit at a different sales volume. That means they'll give you this much is a sales volume. If I'm going to earn, if I'm going to sell this much of, say, if I'm going to do this much of sales, how much profit can I expect, or how much profit can I gain? And second one, calculation of sales for desired profit. You have decided the profit. Okay, I'm going to earn 10 crores of profit. this financial year. But the question comes is how much you have to sell to get 10 crores of sales. Okay, so both you can calculate using break-even point, and even you can find out the missing values, like they're given you for sales and total cost, other thing, but you're not given variable cost, you can calculate, or he has not given sales, you can calculate. So those things you can do it. The missing figures you can find out. That is what we are going to calculate now in our problem. So in front of us now, question number 7 is same question. So where he has given us what? He has given us sales and is asking you to calculate profit. That means the sales, if it is 60,000 or it is 1 lakh, both you have to calculate how much profit the company can earn. Okay, we are going to do that. And second one, if the amount of sales, if they have to earn, if the desired profit is 6,000 and 15,000. Got it? So how much they need to sell to earn a profit of 6,000 and 15,000. That is what we have just now discussed now. So we can use BEP for calculating profit at different sales volume and sales for desired profit. That is the question number 7 for this particular concept. Okay, so he has given us fixed cost. So what is the formula for BEP? Fixed cost divided by what?
Contribution.
Contribution.
And what is the formula for PV ratio?
Contribution divided by sales.
Contribution divided by sales. So both I can calculate here actually. So first you calculate that, then we will go for calculating profit and sales. Okay, student? So remember the values. Fixed cost is 12,000, selling price is 12, and variable cost is 9. First we will calculate contribution BEP and then PV ratio. So let me open the Excel, question number 7. Just a minute. Yeah, it is taking a little time. Yeah. Are you able to see now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So first let us calculate break-even point. So break-even point formula is total cost divided by contribution per unit. If I do, I will get what? BEP in units I'll get. How many units you can, which will make you break even for your company. So total cost is how much? 12,000. And then contribution. How to calculate contribution?
Sales minus variable
Sales
cost.
minus variable cost. Sales is 12 rupees. Variable cost is 9. So 12 minus 9, how much?
3 per unit.
3. So 12,000 divided by 3. So please calculate how many units you'll get. 12,000 divided by 3.
4,000.
4,000 units. All of you got? Now we will calculate BEP in rupees. It's very simple. Whatever you got, 4,000 multiplied by sales. How much is selling price? 12 rupees. So 4,000 multiplied by 12. How much you'll get?
48,000.
Pardon me? 48,000. Yeah. You can calculate fast without using calculator also. You already know table of 12. Next, BEP in rupees, again using PV ratio. Okay, first we have to calculate what? PV ratio. So what is the PV ratio formula? Contribution divided by sales. So contribution, how much we got? 12 minus 9, 3. So 3 divided by sales is 12. So 3 divided by 12 into 100. How much will get? Kindly calculate. Yeah? Anyone? Students, are there?
25, sir.
25%, right? Yeah. So now you apply this in the formula total cost divided by PV ratio. The total cost is 12,000. So 12,000 divided by 25%. That is 0.25. So calculate 12,000 divided by 0.25. How much will get?
48,000.
40?
48,000.
Yeah. Did you get same answer? You can use even this formula. Okay. Or you can use PV ratio formula also. You can calculate. You'll get same answer. 48,000 you'll get. Okay. So now we learned how to calculate break-even point in units, in rupees, and even using PV ratio, how to calculate break-even in rupees. And then we have learned how to calculate PV ratio. Okay. It's very simple. Now the main important thing is how to calculate now profit when the sales is given. So sales, I know it is 60,000. Okay, sales is 60,000. So how much is the profit we have to calculate? Okay, so first we have to calculate contribution for the new sales. Okay, contribution for the new sales. Now see, new sales is how much? 60,000. 60,000. And PV ratio already we calculated. We will use the same PV ratio. So that is 25%. So let us calculate now 60,000 into 25,000. 25% is 0.25. How much you'll get? You may be asking how you got this formula. I think we discussed yesterday. If you remember, this is a formula I'm using now. Can you see here? The different formulas to calculate PV ratio. So the PV ratio formula, I'm just doing a cross multiplication. So I am bringing PV ratio to the right hand side. It becomes divided by, sorry, it will become multiplied, and C will go to the left hand side. So it will become contribution is equal to S into PV ratio. Okay. Yeah. So calculate how much you'll get. 60,000 into 0.25.
15,000.
15,000. Yeah. So now I got contribution. So how to calculate profit? We have discussed yesterday, right? The different ways of calculating contribution, and from that we can find out fixed cost. We can find out profit. So you can see here, contribution. There are two ways of calculating. One is sales minus variable cost will get contribution. Even we can do reverse way. So that is profit plus fixed cost. So how I got profit? By deducting fixed cost from contribution. Now if I add back that, so profit plus fixed cost, again it will give me contribution. Got it? So that is what we are using here. So profit is equal to, so this we know. So contribution is equal to fixed cost plus profit. Now I need to calculate profit. So I am bringing profit to the left hand side. Then fixed cost will come on the right hand side. So it will become profit is equal to contribution minus fixed cost. So I got fixed cost and I got contribution, total contribution I got, and total fixed cost I got. You just minus it, you will get the profit. Understood, students? Why I am using this formula? Yes or no? Please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is why I calculated actually contribution, total contribution I calculated. Because if I know the contribution per unit, it's already given in the question. That is 9. But fixed cost is total. I cannot compare, one is total, one is per unit. So that is why I converted that into total contribution. Okay, that is why I have done that. So we got contribution, total contribution, that is 15,000. So now I can calculate now contribution 15,000, fixed cost is 12,000. So 15,000 minus 12,000. So how much you'll get?
3,000.
3,000.
These are very simple one. If you just do this 1 or 2 times, you'll get it. Okay, it's easy for you to score in exam. And second, we'll do one more where now sales is 1 lakh. Earlier sales was 60,000. Now it is 1 lakh. So first we will calculate contribution, that is sales divided by PV ratio. And PV ratio is 25%. Sales is 1 lakh. So calculate 1 lakh into
25,000.
How much, ma'am?
25,000.
25,000. All of you got? Yes or no? So now fixed cost will not change. Fixed cost will be same. That will be 12,000 only. So 25,000 minus 12,000.
13,000.
13,000. Got it
1,000.
now? Yeah. So if the company want to earn 60,000 of sale, 60,000 of sales, if they have 60,000 of sales, the profit they can earn is 3,000. Okay. And then if they have 1 lakh of sales, they can earn profit of 13,000. Now they can check how much is their profit they want to earn. Accordingly, they can increase or decrease their sales value. They can keep the sales target. This is how students, you might have understanding, right? I mean, people who are joining sales department or want to join sales or marketing. So this is how they will fix a sales target. They'll fix a sales target for each territory, sales territory and the sales branch. Okay. So then it will be coming to your individually, this much sales you have to do it. Do you understand, student? So this is a very, very beneficial for calculating profits. That is break-even point. Okay. And next we will calculate now. Now they have given us a profit. We have to calculate now the sales. If the profit target is this much, so how much I need to sell? So we will do that. So for this we have a BP formula only. Slightly it is modified. It is nothing but we're just adding. It is fixed cost divided by PV ratio. That is a break-even point formula, right? Total fixed cost divided by PV ratio. Only thing, we are going to add the desired profit on the numerator. Same formula, we are going to add desired profit. You can see here, we are going to add desired profit to the numerator. So the formula becomes fixed cost plus desired profit divided by PV ratio. Okay, students, that will give me the desired profit. So let us calculate now. The first one, desired profit is 6,000. Okay, and we all know fixed cost is 12,000 and PV ratio how much?
0.25. 0.25.
Yeah, I'm not calculating again PV ratio because these variables are not changing. These are same. That is why I'm not changing I'm not order to calculate PV ratio again and again. Okay, you can use the same one. So PV ratio is 25%. So 12,000 plus 6,000 divided by 25%. So please calculate.
72,000.
Yeah, 72,000. That means they need to sell 72,000. They need to have a sales of 72,000 worth of sales. Then they can get how much profit? 6,000 profit. Okay. The numbers will look very small one just to make you to understand the concept. Okay. You can add any number of value we can add. You can add crores or billions of rupees you can add. Okay. So try to understand the concept. Now the desired profit is 15,000. So now let us calculate. So fixed cost 12,000, desired profit 15,000 divided by PV ratio 25%. That is 0.25. So I have substituted now same thing. 12,000 plus 15,000 divided by 25%. 0.25. So all of you calculate.
1,08,000.
1 lakh
8,000.
Okay. So now if they want to earn more than 6,000, almost double, more than double of what we are earlier calculated. So earlier 6,000, there was a profit target and they have to sell 72,000. Now profit is 15,000, it is more than that, double of that. So your sales also has to be more than that. So sales has to be 1,08,000. So if they sell 1,08,000 of sales, they'll get desired profit of 15,000. Understood, students? Any doubt? What all we calculated now? Anybody has any doubt? Please reply. No doubt?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
So we'll go to the next question. Question number 8. Yeah, anyone please read. Students? Anyone please read. Abhirami?
Sales is equals to 4,000 units at rupees 10 per unit. Break-even point is equal to 15 100 units. Fixed cost is equals to rupees 3,000. What is the amount of variable cost and profit?
Yeah, thank you, Abhirami. So this question is for the next uses of application of break-even point. That is finding out the missing figures. How to calculate the missing figures. Okay. So in this question, he's asking us to calculate variable cost and profit. We have to calculate. Okay. So he has given us sales. He has given sales units as well as selling price per unit. And break-even point, they don't need to calculate directly. He has given us, and then fixed cost he has given us 3,000. So we have to calculate variable cost. Okay. So let us calculate now. That is question number 8. Okay. So that is break-even point calculation. So fixed cost divided by contribution. Okay. So anyways, we will calculate that. So fixed cost is how much? Yeah. Fixed cost is 3,000 he has given us. Okay. And contribution we don't know. Why we cannot calculate contribution? Because only sales is given
Variable cost.
and fixed cost is given. Yeah. So we need to calculate contribution. If I get to contribution, then if I minus from that sales, I'll get the variable cost. That's what we're going to do now. So fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. So I don't know. I'll write only the fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. But I know BEP value. How much is BEP? 15,000.
1,500.
Yeah, 15,000 units. So now you cross multiply. Bring your contribution to the left hand side and take 15,000 to the right hand side. It will become divided by. So 3,000 divided by 15,000. How much will get?
2.
2 per unit.
Yeah. So it is 2 per unit. Got it? So now I got the contribution. So now I can calculate what? Variable cost. So how will you calculate variable cost now?
Sales minus
Sales minus
variable cost
contribution.
is equal to contribution.
Sales minus contribution.
Contribution.
So selling price per unit also is given us. So 10 rupees. So 10 minus 2. How much?
Excuse me,
8
sir.
per unit.
Sir, break-even point 1,500 or 15,000, sir?
1,500 ma. Did I say 15,000? No,
Yes, sir.
1,500 only or 1,500. Same thing you given question also, no? 1,500 only is given. Correct? 1,500 only, 1,500 units. Okay, now calculate variable cost. How much you'll get? 10 minus 2.
8 per unit.
Yeah. So 8 per unit. So this is how we can calculate the missing value using the break-even formula. Next, we have to calculate profit. So how to calculate profit now? Now I know contribution. Now I know sales. I know fixed cost. I know break-even point. Anybody? Any idea? Any idea how to calculate? We already saw, right? Earlier we already used this formula. To calculate.
Contribution minus fixed cost.
Yeah, profit is equal to contribution minus fixed cost. I know fixed cost. Okay, that is how much is given? 3,000. But contribution is rupees 2 I got. But can I minus that from fixed cost? I can't do, because fixed cost is total fixed cost, but contribution is per unit. So first I need to calculate the first you have to calculate the contribution for the total units. So the units is how much? How much units is sold? 4,000. Okay, so it's very simple. 4,000 into the per unit of contribution you multiply. You will get the total contribution. How much?
8,000.
It is 8,000. So now I got contribution. Now I know profit, fixed cost already. So I can directly substitute. So 8,000 minus 3,000. Calculate.
5,000.
This 5,000. Yeah. So profit is rupees 5,000. Did you get it? How to calculate the missing value, variable cost and profit?
Yes,
I
sir.
think these formulas, if you know, you can just do the cross multiplication and a small multiplication you can do. You can easily get the missing values. There's nothing much difference in that. Just practice it. You'll get it. Okay. So we'll go to the next question. Question number 9. Yeah, this is a very important question again. Anyone, please read. Anyone?
The following information is given. Sales 2 lakh, variable cost 1,20,000, fixed cost 30,000. Calculate break-even point and PV ratio. And B point, new break-even point if sales price is reduced by 10%. C point, new break-even point if variable cost is increased by 10%. Point D, new break-even point if fixed cost increased by 10%.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much, Pawan. Thank you. You took your, you took the initiative and read the question. Yeah. So sales is given, variable cost is given, and fixed cost is given. And remember, sales is given total sales and variable cost, total sales, total variable cost, and total fixed cost is given. So first we need to calculate break-even point and PV ratio. Okay. So let us calculate now. Question number 9. Yeah. So first let us calculate PV ratio. So what is the formula for PV ratio? Contribution divided by sales. In other way, contribution nothing but sales minus variable cost divided by sales. So in this question, he has not given us contribution directly, but he has given us sales and variable cost. That is why I written S minus V. So S minus V divided by S. So it is 2 lakh minus 1.2 lakh divided by 2 lakhs. So let us calculate now how much we'll get. Calculate.
40%.
Yeah, numerator will get 80,000 divided by 2 lakh. How much, ma?
40%.
40% is correct. Yeah. PV ratio we got. Using PV ratio, we can calculate break-even point in a shortcut method. That is fixed cost divided by PV ratio. PV ratio we got 40%, and fixed cost is how much? 30,000. So 30,000 divided by 40%. That is 0.4. How much will get?
75,000.
75,000 rupees. Yeah. So 75,000 we got. So first one is done. Second one is asking break-even point, new break-even point we have to calculate if the selling price is reduced by 10%. So if the selling price is reduced by 10%, what will be the new break-even point? That means whatever sales he has given here, he has given 2 lakhs. So this is going to be reduced by 10%. Okay. And if that reduced by 10%, what will be the new break-even point we have to calculate? Okay. So let us do that now. So if the break-even point is the selling price is reduced by 10%. So first we have to calculate what? We have to calculate new sales. The old sales what is given there is 2 lakhs. Now we have to calculate new sales. How to calculate new sales? Anyone?
Old sales minus 10%.
Pardon me?
Old sales minus 10%.
Yeah, very correct. First we calculate 10% of old sales. That is 2 lakhs. Old sales was 2 lakhs. So calculate 10% of that. How much will get?
2 lakhs.
20,000.
20,000.
20,000.
20,000 correct. Yeah. So now we got 20,000. Now we minus that from the old sales. That is 2 lakhs minus 20,000.
1,80,000.
Yeah. This is the old sales minus the 10% of that old sales. How much will get?
1,80,000.
1,80,000.
1,80,000. Okay, this is a very, very simple one. You can even calculate without using calculator also. Okay, so now we got the new sales. So let us calculate break-even PV ratio. New PV ratio to calculate because sales is changing. So calculate new PV ratio. Then you apply that PV ratio in the break-even point formula. You will get the new BEP. Understood? Any doubt? So let us calculate PV ratio. PV ratio, what is the formula? Contribution divided by sales. So now we have to calculate new contribution because new sales is 1.8 lakhs minus variable cost. Variable cost is not going to change, student. It will be same. So variable cost will be 1.2 lakhs only. So 1.8 lakhs minus 1.2 lakhs. If you do, you will get contribution. Okay. So that you do and divided by sales. So again, sales is 1.8 lakhs. So calculate how much you'll get.
44%.
Yeah. That is 60,000 divided by 18,000. How much you'll get? 1 by 3 you'll get. So what's the percentage?
33.3.
33%.
Pardon?
33.
33.33.
33.333 you'll get recurring threes. Okay. So now we got PV ratio. I know fixed cost. See, other than sales here, second point, the second question, other than sales, nothing will be changing. Other things will be constant. Okay. So fixed cost will be 30,000. So take 30,000 divided by the PV ratio. So how much we got PV ratio? That is 1 by 3. I have done this mainly for making calculation simple. So how much will get? You multiply.
90,000.
So 3 will come to the numerator if you do a cross multiplication. So how much will get? 30,000
90,000.
divided by 1. It will be 90,000. Got it? So now new break-even point will be 90,000. Earlier, how much was that break-even point? 75,000. Since you decreased your selling price, you have to earn more sales. You need to have more revenue to make a break-even. So now the new BEP is 90,000. Got it, students? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Do the third one. Yeah. Thank you. So third one is now other things will be same. Sales will be same. Fixed cost will be same. Only variable cost is going to change. Variable cost is going to increase by 10%. Okay. So now we will calculate. How will you calculate? The same fashion what we did now. So now you have to calculate new variable cost. Okay. So how much is the old variable cost?
80,000, sir.
Yeah, 1.2
80,000.
is increase.
1,22,000.
So calculate 10% of 1.2 lakhs first, and then you add that to 1.2 lakhs. Okay, because it is increasing. So calculate how much you get.
12,000.
12,000. So 12,000 plus 1.2 lakhs. How much you'll get?
1,32,000.
1,32,000.
Yeah, 1,32,000 will get. Okay, that is 10% of 1.2 lakhs. Yeah, in case you are referring later, you get a confusion, you can refer this. So I wrote directly. So it is 10% of 1.2 lakhs. So we will get 1,32,000. So now we have to again calculate PV ratio because variable cost is changing, right? So in the PV ratio formula is contribution divided by sales. So again, contribution is sales changing now. So PV ratio also will be affected. So we have to calculate new PV ratio. So that is contribution sales minus contribution divided by sales. So contribution sales will be same. Sales will be 2 lakhs only, the old sales, minus variable cost will be now 1.32 lakhs. Earlier it was 1.2 lakhs, now it will be 1.32 lakhs and divided by sales. Okay, that is 2 lakhs again. So now you calculate. So 2 lakhs minus 1.2 lakhs, 1.32 lakhs divided by 2 lakhs. How much you'll get?
34%.
30.
4%.
Yeah. So 2 lakhs minus 1.32 lakhs will be 68,000. So divided by 2 lakhs will be 34,000. So 34%. All of you got PV ratio, new PV ratio. So now we apply that in the formula. Fixed cost divided by PV ratio. Fixed cost is how much? 30,000. So 30,000 divided by 0.34. That is 34%. Calculate.
88,235.
80.
8,235.
88,235.
235.
Yeah. Again, if you compare the first break-even point, is it increase or decrease?
Increase.
It will increase. Earlier it was how much? 70.
5,000.
Now because the variable cost is increasing, so what is happening is my break-even point also increased. Increased to now it is 88,235 approximately. Okay. Yeah. And next last scenario, what is it? What is changing now at last? Now fixed cost is increasing. Fixed cost is increasing by 10%. So what will be my new break-even point I have to calculate? And other things will be same. Sales will be same. Labor cost will be same. Only fixed cost will not be 30,000. It will be 30,000 plus 10%. Okay. So first let us calculate new fixed cost. So 30,000 plus 10% of 30,000. How much will get?
3,000.
3,000. So 3,000 plus 30,000.
33,000.
33,000. Okay, it's very simple. So I didn't do stepwise calculation, directly I return. So now, do we need to calculate PV ratio?
No, sir.
Why?
So sales and variable cost are not changing.
Yeah. Normally we calculate PV ratio using contribution divided by sales, right? That is contribution nothing but sales minus variable cost. So these two are not changing, and again it is divided by sales. So both all are same. So PV ratio will be same. So don't calculate once again the new PV ratio. So whatever we got earlier we got right here new PV ratio. Yeah. So PV ratio we got here how much? 40%. We're going to use the same PV ratio because my sales is same and my contribution also is same. So now we can directly calculate the break-even point. That is fixed cost divided by PV ratio. So fixed cost is new fixed cost 33,000 divided by 0.4. Substitute now 33,000 divided by 0.4.
82,500.
82,500.
500.
Again, is it increasing or decreasing?
Increasing.
Increasing. Got it now? So that is why this is called the CVP analysis. Under CVP analysis, we are going to learn about break-even point. So these three are very, very important. What is the three things? Cost, volume, and profit. If you change any one of these, all other things also will be changing. That is what we can analyze using the break-even point technique. Okay, that is why break-even point technique is very, very popular. Okay, in finance field. Okay, student. So we have done that. Any doubt in question number 9? Anyone? Anything? Even silly doubts, please ask before we go to the last question.
Oh, sir.
Prime Minister, yeah. Yeah, someone? Somebody said something? You said no or yes, something you said?
No, sir.
No, okay. Then we'll go to the last question. That is margin of safety. First, let us learn what is margin of safety. Then we can calculate. It's very simple one. Okay. So please remember under CVP analysis, we are learning all this. PV ratio and break-even point, contribution. Okay. And these are the very additional uses of the break-even point. And the last thing we have to learn is margin of safety. So what is margin of safety? It's very simple. It is different between actual sales and sales at break-even point. Whatever actual sales you got, you minus that from the break-even sales, what you got, that is what is called margin of safety. In other words, it's an amount by which actual volume of sales exceeds the break-even point. Okay, is it good or bad when your sales is exceeding more than break-even point? Is it good or bad for the company?
Good, sir.
Good, sir.
I mean, they have less risk. Okay, so the more the margin of safety, so more you can be comfortable. The company can be comfortable. The moment the margin of safety comes falling down, then they have to be very careful before it reaches the break-even point. If they reach break-even point, then very difficult. The company will undergo the company will get into sick. Okay, the company will become a sick company or sick industry. Okay, so that is why the margin of safety shows the soundness of a business, whether the business is sound or not, or whether it is efficient or not. So any company who has a larger margin of safety, it is good for them. That means they're very far away from the break-even point, it's good. The moment they start coming near and near, when the sales are falling down or when the situation is very bad, like the pandemic time, then the companies have to be very, very careful. Okay, I'll show that in the graph. 1 minute. Yeah, this is the formula you're going to use. That is actual sales minus break-even point only. And you can even calculate using directly from profit also. Profit divided by PV ratio. Okay, and then profit divided by contribution per unit, you'll get the margin of safety in units. Okay, this is actually the students the break-even graph. Okay, in the x-axis. In the x-axis, what you can see? What is this in the x-axis? This is the x-axis. This is y-axis.
Sales volume. Sales volume.
Sales is on the x-axis, and y-axis. What you can see here?
Total cost, total revenue.
It is cost and revenue. Okay, so the this is what you can see there. 1 minute. Yeah, so this line is starting from 0. This is actually your total sales line. Okay, and this line is your fixed cost line. Why fixed cost line is not moving? It is constant, or it is just horizontal, not vertical, or it is not tilting. Why? Why it is constant? It is just parallel line, because fixed cost will not change. Okay, so that is why after fixed cost, whatever you get, that will become, when you add that, you will get the total cost. Where the total cost line you can see there, this is your total cost line. That is above the fixed cost. If you add line this is your total cost. Total cost. So where your total sales and total cost lines are meeting, that particular point is called break-even point. Can you see here? This is your break-even point. Got it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So don't worry, I'm not going to ask you any graph in the exam, but you have to understand the concept. So x-axis sales, y-axis total cost and revenue. So fixed cost, I'm going to draw the line, then I'm going to write the sales line, total sales line. From 0 it will start, and total cost will start from the fixed cost line, where your total cost line and sales line, total sales line is meeting. That particular point is called break-even point. So we have learned how to calculate using formula. You can even calculate using the graph also. So now for this company, what are the break-even sales now? It is 3,000 units. If they want to make a break-even, they have to sell 3,000 units. And in rupees also it is 3,000. Got it? So that is what is break-even sales. Next graph is very clear about margin of safety. You can see there. You can see they have actual sales is 150 and BP sales is 100. So 50 is the margin of safety. So this is your margin of safety line. So this is my total sales line. This red line is total sales line, and dotted line, horizontal dotted line is your fixed cost, and the blue line is your total cost. So where these two lines are meeting, this is your break-even point. So break-even is 100 units, and my actual sales is 150. So actual sales minus break-even sales will get the margin of safety. You can see there they're done here. So 150 minus 100, that is actual sales minus break-even sales, will get 50. So this is your, this you can see the margin here, right? This is margin of safety. More higher the more bigger the margin of safety is better for the company. If it is very thin, then it's they are very near to the danger level. So whenever a company's margin of safety is coming down, the company has to be very much alert. Do you understand the margin of safety concept? Anyone? All of you, did you understand? Or you want to explain again? Students, please respond.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I already shared this PPT with you in the LMS. You can go through it. Any doubts are there, you can again come back to me. Okay. You can message me in the WhatsApp. Yeah. So that is your margin of safety. So please remember the formula. We have to solve the question number 10 based on that. So what is the formula for margin of safety? Actual sales minus break-even point. You can even use profit also and calculate profit divided by PV ratio or profit divided by contribution per unit. Okay. Yeah. Let us do the last question. Yeah. Anyone please read. Anyone please read.
Calculate margin of safety in each of the following independent situations. 1. Break-even point is 40%, actual sales 40,000. Actual sales of 40,000 units. Break-even point is 25,000 units. Third, break-even point is 75%. Fourth, PV ratio is 40% and profit is 35,000. And fifth, contribution per unit is 20 rupees, profit 15,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Abhirami. Thank you for reading. Yeah. So let us do the very short and the very simple question. It's not much complicated. Just to make you a practice of calculating the margin of safety. Okay. So first one is what is the first scenario? First scenario is given a break-even point. He has given 40%, and then he has given actual sales 40,000. So what is missing now? We need actually the formula is break-even sales minus break-even point. Sorry, actual sales minus break-even point. I know actual sales 40,000, but break-even point I know only percentage, but I don't know the units. I don't know the amount. So how to calculate?
40,000 into 40% is.
Yeah. So break-even point will be the percentage of actual sales only. Okay. So that is what you have given there. So if the total sales is 100% is 40,000. So 40% will be how much? How much? 40% of 40,000.
16,000.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, that is what is given there. So calculate, you will get 40,000 minus 16,000. So how much is margin of safety?
24,000.
24,000
4,000.
rupees. Got it? So the margin of safety for this company is 24,000. So BP is how much? 16,000 and margin of safety 24,000. So it is little better. Okay, the company is better. Next one, second scenario, what he has given us? He has given us actual units, 40,000 units, and break-even units also has given 25,000. So directly has given everything. So nothing to calculate, just you minus that. So that is actual sales minus BP sales. He has given it both in units, so no need to worry. So how much will get?
15,000.
15,000.
This 15,000 units now. Okay, not rupees, it is units. Next, third scenario is given break-even point is 75%. That means how to calculate the margin of safety?
100 minus 75.
Yeah, you already know, right? The assumption, you know, we have done that assumption many times when you're calculating. Sales always will be how much? 100%. Okay, sales always will be 100%. So 100 minus 75%. That means out of 100, 75% is break-even point. So how much is the margin of safety? You can tell without
25% is.
Yeah. So 100 minus break-even, that is 75%. How much will get?
25% is.
25%. Okay. 25% margin of safety is good. Actually, it's not a bad thing. Okay. Next, he has given PV ratio and profit. So how to calculate? Which formula are going to use now?
Profit divided by PV ratio.
Yeah, we're going to use this formula, profit divided by PV ratio. So write it now, profit divided by PV ratio. So how much is profit? Profit is 30,000. PV ratio is directly given as 40%. That is 0.4. So divide that 35,000. 35,000 divided by 40%. How much?
87,500.
87,500. This is the margin of safety. And last one, what is the last scenario? Now we have given contribution and profit. So which formula are you going to use?
Profit divided by contribution.
Yeah, profit divided by contribution per unit. Okay, so it has to be per unit. So per unit only has given us 20 rupees he has given, profit has given 15,000. So calculate profit divided by contribution, that is 15,000 divided by 20. How much?
750
750.
per unit.
750 per unit. What students? This is how you're going to calculate margin of safety. I have showed you all the formulas, all the ways of calculating the margin of safety. So the concept is very, very important. So margin of safety, higher the margin of safety, better for the company. And especially when the margin of safety comes down, okay, or it is falling down, then the company has to be very, very careful. So they have to either control the cost or they have to increase their volume, sales volume they have to increase. So higher the margin of safety is better for the company. So even when the investors want to invest in any company, they are going to even see this also, margin of safety they are going to see, and especially the borrower and especially the creditors. For example, you apply for a loan, so the bank will always see what is the margin of safety. Okay, where we are not going to earn any profit and loss, but how much is the buffer you have before you reach the break-even point. The more the buffer, the more the soundness of the company, or they are financially strong. Then the creditors, that is your bankers, will give you the bank loan when you apply for the bank loan for the company. Got it? Any doubts, students, in question number 10?
No, sir.
Yeah. So there is no any question. So we can wind up. So we have done all the questions. Anybody, anything we left out? No, right? We have done all the questions. Yesterday we had done question number 6. Yeah, this we already done. Yeah. So any doubts, anything you want to discuss? So from my side, this thing is done. And one more thing before I forget, unit 4, there are some small topics are there, theoretical concepts, which there is no time for me to discuss that. So I have prepared the theory notes, unit 4 theory notes. I'll be posting in LMS. So please download and read. So you may get some 3 marks questions or section B questions from that. Okay, so you may get that. So please try to read that. Very simple one are there. Please read that. Okay. Yeah. That is one thing. So unit 4, some theory are there. So please that I'll be uploading the theory notes in the LMS.